Round 2 begins. Player 1 on the left-hand side of your screen. That's Gabe. We know Gabe is from Houston. Gabe's our Piett player for the moment, and I'll fix that camera. Camera's a little low. And then on the right side, I have Tim listed as Austin. I don't know if that's correct. I'll go check with him in a minute and verify, but that is definitely
like
Tim.
Guy.
He looks like he might be.
Makes me want to glare.
Looks like Trey. Be nice, Trey. All right, let's get on to the game. These guys are just about to get ready. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. That's not the official timer. I'm not quite positive where we're at on that, and we'll figure it out in a minute. I'll turn these lights off, too, while we're at it.
There is some number of minutes left.
Yeah, there is some number of minutes left in the game, and I'm going to – why can we not hear them anymore? We should be able to hear them. Let's do this.
You are fighting this microphone out there,
There we go. There we go. We got it now.
All right.
Tim is an Austin Knight. Excellent. So I guessed correctly. Are they asking?
Getting started?
That's nice. The judge staff is actually asking me, so they're not turning these guys loose until we're ready. So there we go. So they've got a few minutes extra. Perfect.
Nice.
All right, guys. Looks like Gabe has won the roll-off. He's going to start with initiative and go into the ground arena with a gonk droid.
This is just Cheaty McCheater face over here, man. He does not want to pay full price for anything.
And Tim just claimed for Phasma. What happened there? His draw must have been awful. Phasma usually has a good selection of 2-drops that she doesn't mind playing.
Mm-hmm. This is why we play best of 3.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Tim opens with an SLT. Gabe figuring out his play. He's going to resupply.
I see it, and it's what you want to do, but it does kind of waste the gonk.
It does. At the same time, Tim didn't have anything that can threaten that gonk. Tim still has nothing that can threaten the gonk droid.
All right.
So we're all ready to Gabe's Piett turn. Gabe can theoretically play a Gabe could play.
You can play an 8-drop right
Gabe could play an 8-drop space
3.
unit on turn 3 right now with this setup he's come into. He'd have to deploy Piett. He can do that. The gonk's not dead. There you go. There you go.
That is a big, thick slab of plastic.
However, I would attack with the gonk now. That way, even when Phasma murders it, there you go. You've gotten the bonus.
Hit the base.
Well, but Phasma can easily just flip out and do things and murder it. It's going to be an effing Trooper Core.
Effing Troopers.
Effing Troopers. Ooh, I don't know that I would flip out into this. That's an awful tempting target.
Can she kill it?
She can't. Not in one hit, but she can get bloody close. Gabe's going to get probably one good use out of Piett right here before she gets offed.
Yeah.
He gets offed. Okay, he's actually going to base and gonk. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5 to base. And it'll actually end up being 6 to base. There we go. And cleans the gonk droid up.
So now we get to see, now Gabe gets to flop it out and smash it onto the table. Whatever this angry triangle is.
What angry triangle does he have in there?
Well,
looks like he's got a Raider, a P-bomb, a Planetary Bombardment as an invisible hand.
This is a 6-drop.
It's an invisible hand.
It's the invisible hand.
He's debating the Raider. He does do the Raider for 3. I think he wants to be able to have the Planetary Bombardment available next round. I think that's why. But he could do that with the invisible hand as well.
I think he should have played the invisible hand.
He probably should have too. I think I would have.
I got some experience with the invisible hand, and you want that thing to hit the table immediately.
But I am not going to pretend that I'm an expert in Piett. So I have to go. I have to trust the man in the seat, as they say. Now, this invisible hand Piett droid, shenanigans has kind of been a thing for a while. We saw some guys originally messing with this at the Italian SQ last year, though that OB is going to be a problem. But he was doing it in yellow back then. But over time, there has definitely been enough things coming out to support this shell in red now in terms of droids and capital ships for Piett to mess around with to work off that invisible hand.
So the deal, and I think I think it started on this. People kind of started on this, and then it faded away. It's come back. But you play that invisible hand, and it pops out a bunch of droids. You get a bunch of
Yes.
smaller droids. But then you play the droid control ship that all of your droids get, I think, raid 2.
Right.
And so those two work together really well.
So speaking of invisible hand, there we go.
Right.
Not an angry triangle, but definitely an angry capital ship. Is he going to hit something here? Looks like he's got at least a space droid.
He's got the 3/3.
Okay. Yep. He's got an Imperial Dark Trooper there. Fix Gabe's camera while I'm thinking about it.
Phasma does not seem to have paid much of a price for missing her first drop, her opening 2 drop.
Nope. Right now, things feel pretty good.
Now let's see how much of a threat Tim thinks the rest of this game is going to be. Is he going to? Nope. He doesn't care.
Trooper's going to get in for 4. They miscalculated that damage. Should be 10. There we go.
Tim doesn't seem to care at all that Gabe is building a board.
I'm a little
and
surprised
he's
by
just
that.
Smash him in the face.
Seems to be the
He can
play.
get there.
Well, Phasma's about to absolutely crush. That should be an 8-point hit when – oh, no, okay. Phasma hasn't played a first order card. Now she has. So now Phasma will get that extra point of damage off of her game text for having played a first order card. I think Gabe hasn't claimed yet? Guess he hasn't. He's tapped out. He's done all the things. Now he has. Yep, it should be 8 to base here.
I'll ping 1 here and then do 8 to base.
I think this is going to be a fast game, Trey.
Yeah, even missing his opening 2 drops.
Yeah. I really, really like Phasma. One of the reasons I was excited to see this game is I'm starting to see kind of more and more people experimenting with her, discovering her. I've loved this unit for so long. I'm glad to see more people kind of trying it out. I really, really wish and hope that FFG can print more first order support for her. But so far in the spoilers we've seen for Lawless Time, haven't seen much of that yet.
Well, wasn't Lawless when the first order was around.
I mean, just because it says order in the name doesn't mean it's true.
It was not
does not make it correct.
Okay, fair enough.
I think we saw different movies. All right, the 6 resource turn arrives. Piett firmly on the back foot here, down 8 HP. Some good space units that he can swing with, but Tim firmly in control of the ground arena.
I think Piett's got some board cleaning to do here.
Well,
I see the upgrade in his hands, craving power is gonna murder somebody.
What he needs is a ground sentinel, but that's not what he's got. Okay, he does have a craving power. He's gonna get rid of Phasma. That's not a bad way to go. Oh, I played that on the wrong side of the board. Whatever. That's the card. So now it's an 8/8 space unit there, an 8/8 invisible hand for Gabe in the space arena. Maul is going to come in and make a mess of this Dark Trooper for 5 overwhelm. And that puts Tim in a position he's 1 shy of lethal in the ground arena with what he's got on the board this moment.
He is a claim away.
Yeah, Gabe can only push 12 to base this turn with his space units.
I don't know what's in Gabe's deck. We don't have the deck list yet. I'm not sure if he can grab a Sentinel out of...
Well, we could look at deck lists, but we shouldn't because we can't be talking about that stuff until we get to top 8.
But that was my point. Is I don't know if he's got a Sentinel he can go get, but it sure would be nice from Gabe's perspective if he could find a way to stop. That's 9. Oh, that's 8.
Well, Gabe's going to swing in with Invisible Hand and go searching. I don't think there are any droid sentinels that he can come up with. The only ground sentinel that I can think of in this vein would have been those goofy Dark Trooper sentinels out of set 2, but they're a 3-drop. They cost 3, so Invisible Hand cannot target those. So even if he's got them in there, he's not getting one out for free. Tim claims, and with the first action of the 7 resource turn,
wins the game.
That should be game 1. Looks like it is. All right, so Tim picks up game 1. Let's get on to game 2. Do you need us for a second? I can mute it. Okay, give us 1 second. Hold a moment, and I can come to here and... Okay, sorry, I had a quick judge conversation. They're planning lunch.
I know, the judge conversation, like there's some serious, we can hear you talking or something like that. Nope. What do you want for lunch?
Ooh, let me fix the scores on this one, actually. Let's do this. Tim's up a game. Gabe's still getting on the board. There we go. It's like maybe I can zoom this one out a little bit. There we go. I was zoomed in a little too far. That's better. There we go. If I'm Phasma, I don't know that there's much I'm doing to my deck. If you're Gabe Trey, is there anything that, I mean, we don't know this man's sideboard. Just off the top of your head, is there anything that you think you might be interested in wishing, like Ground Sentinel something?
It's going to be very thin. Like, he's already, maybe, I don't, it depends on his deck construction. If he's going to want some Turbo Laser Blasts. Not Turbo Laser. Not
he had one in his hand there at the end of the game. I'm almost positive I saw it.
Turbo Laser thing, like he wants to get, that's how he wants to clean up the board. But I don't know if he has like 2 of those in the main and 1 on the side, that you want to bring that in, because the Phasma is going to just try to put the hammer down and go fast here.
That's what Phasma does best. 2 super laser techs for Gabe there on the left-hand side, and it looked like Tim's got an OB, a Dark Trooper.
It feels like Gabe's deck has more ramp than it really needs. Like, he played a 6 when he could have played an 8 because he ramped so hard on the beginning of that last game.
We'll wait for Gabe to pull his cards up. We'll look at his resource choices here. One of the reasons I love the hand cameras is because it does give us a very clear view of what is being resourced, and I think that's really interesting. I think resourcing decisions are some of the most interesting things that you can see and observe and learn from when you watch other people play Unlimited. Sometimes just understanding their thought process, why they're doing certain things, why they're making certain choices. Whether you agree or not, sometimes it's fascinating to learn, what's going on in his head right now. All right, let's take a look over Gabe's shoulder. What's he got in his hand? Well, he's opening with a Devastator, a Super Laser Tech, an MC30, a Raider, Devastator, a big Devastator, a 10-drop. He resourced that, and it looks like an invisible hand. So he doesn't have an early play other than that SLT. The MC30 is a great card for him to find this early. He needs to keep that. Looks like he's definitely keeping that.
He put it down.
Ooh.
What is the MC30 going to give him? The 10 doesn't have space units.
It doesn't matter. It's just an early drop. You can start putting pressure on your opponent.
Well, I don't think he's not trying to put pressure on his opponent. He's trying to use the big angry triangles and whatnot to generate board control. So the MC30 I don't see does a whole lot here, because Tim is going to be doing, by the time the MC30 hits, Tim's going to be doing more damage than him.
Very possibly, because of how Tim, like you said, Tim's going to put his foot down on the gas, and that's where we're going to be.
Yeah. So the MC30 is not something. I don't think that the MC30 is something that is going to be useful for Gabe being the control player here. Like, this is. I mean, look at this now. We've got 7-7 out there.
This
versus
start
2-1.
This start for Tim is exactly the kind of shenanigans he wants to see. That's for sure. That Knight of Ren is such a great unit. I was so sad to see that Heroes get an equivalent unit in the next set. Made me very upset.
Where did the extra damage come from on Gabe's base?
Phasma.
Got it.
Because Tim's on the button, Phasma no longer cares about worrying about wasting actions, right? You treat Phasma very much like Sabine in that fashion.
So now we've got a 6 from Gabe ready to go. So this is where you would want to play Invisible Hand. I can't think of too much more.
Should be 7 damage on. Yep, he's got it now.
Too much more. I guess if you have the Ruthless Raider, then you probably should have put the 2 damage into.
I would have put. I think I might have put the 2 damage into. Okay, no, he's going to go for Invisible Hand here. I feel like it was a mistake to not start with this last game. Let's see what he can come up with for a droid here. He does have it. He does have a small advantage in that Tim hasn't found any ramp yet, so he's going to be able to get something onto the board, and then Tim's not going to be able to put Phasma out this turn. That's going to keep a little bit less pressure on.
No, you're good.
Is Tim going to go base, or is he going to clear the Gonk Droid?
I think if I'm in his shoes, I'm just going base. I don't think Gabe can race you at this point.
Looks like that is the play.
I don't know if they're not in there or if he's just not finding them. The droids that Gabe is putting out with the hand, invisible hand, that's what it's called. The droids that Gabe is putting out with the invisible hand are just not, they're not great. He's putting out Gonk droids. And by the time you're playing an invisible hand, Gonk droid isn't really doing you much good.
Yep.
I do think I would have killed.
I think I would have killed the Gonk.
I would kill the 3/3 right now.
I think that's a really good play.
I think that's what he's going to do, which he could have killed the 4/4 if he had smashed the super laser tech into the 4/4.
We went to base there. I don't think I would have done that. Piett is such a good unit for clearing out these damaged units or just cleaning up your opponent's little weenies early on because he's got a fairly big butt. And if you get a couple uses out of him, well, that's pretty solid. But you definitely got to be, one of the things that I have always struggled with trying to learn or teach myself how to play Piett is that I find myself in the position that Gabe was in game one. I get overrun in the ground arena so often. And so I try to build a Piett deck with that in mind, with Sentinels or other ways to deal with it, and I struggle hard, right? It's one of the things that I've just, as much as I love Piett, I just have had so many problems trying to learn it.
The Turbo Laser Blast card has really done a good job to help Piett kind of be a one-sided Super Laser Blast. You just got to make sure you have something to do with all of this discount. You have all this discount here. You got to be able to do something with it. So he can play a 9 right now. As long as he gets an attack in and then gets to play, he could play something for 9. But does he have something for 9?
Well, Tim's on the button. His first action. Chat pointing out that it's possible he could have lost Piett to the Knight had he swung into the Dark Trooper. I suppose that's possible. The Knight of Ren could have cleaned him up. I'm with you. I think that's not a terrible play.
It doesn't matter how alive Piett is if you've lost the game because these guys, you can't keep these guys off the board.
Yeah.
And at this point, you're not that far from just playing the capital ships with Piett using the single point discount instead of needing the 2-point. The 2-point discount is really only good for 1 or 2 turns.
Yeah.
After that, they're basically the same thing.
Yeah, and when you're getting this beat up in the ground arena, anything you can do to stem the bleeding is a win.
You have to buy another turn so that you can play the next biggest thing instead of
you're trying
extra discount.
You're trying to buy time to get to Turbo Laser Salvo, as an example.
Yeah, and Overwhelming Barrage is another good one.
This is a great card, a well-played, a well-timed one for Gabe. He needs this badly.
But it's what, going to do 8?
It's going to do 8. It's a question of what he's going to clean up. He can clean up. I mean, he can. He doesn't want to kill the SLT, but I mean, you might as well just to.
No.
I mean,
you don't kill it.
You definitely killed the Dark Trooper. I'll be honest. I probably would kill Phasma right here. I would kill the Dark Trooper and Phasma, I think, and leave the Knight of Ren where it is.
So, despite being a cool-looking card, the shiny part of that showcase obscures how much health Phasma has.
She has 4/6.
She's 4/6, so he needs to do 7 there. There you go. So he needed to do, so if you.
That was my point. He could have killed the Dark Trooper and Phasma, and I think that's what I would have done because Phasma hits harder than that Knight of Ren does.
Yeah,
but he does go ahead and kill the SLT.
Killing the Super Laser Technician. You're just doing what your opponent wants and making them not spend a resource to do it or spend an action to do it. So you never, if your opponent wants you to do a thing, that's not what you do.
And that's something, chat's kind of pointing this out right now, and I think that's a valid point. You have when you're playing Piett, you have to play like you're playing control in the ground arena.
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't feel like Gabe kind of has that that in his head right now. He's like Piett swinging to base feels like a mistake, right? Mm-hmm. He would that especially I don't know if he drew into the OB or he had it in his hand in advance, but being able to if he'd had a little more chip damage out of Piett, even if Piett was dead, that OB on Invisible Hand could have possibly cleared more units.
Because if this game gets to 7, 8, 9 resource turn and you're not dead and not dead, basically dead on board, then you've already won. Like when we get to the late game, if this game gets to the late game, it's the cards are so powerful on the Piett side of the board that they just win the game for you.
Right.
Even if you make suboptimal decisions.
Right, but you have to play you have to play those first 5 to 6 rounds very carefully and very deliberately to survive long enough to get to that point.
It's like, please God, don't die.
Yeah. Now we're in a position now, if Gabe can draw into a turbo laser blast, that could be really significant here.
Is that actually the name of the card?
I think it's turbo laser salvo.
Turbo laser salvo, thank you.
Turbo laser salvo. I've got to adjust those a little bit.
That's a card I hadn't considered. There's the Vanguard bombers. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that I believe that's the one that.
That's a droid unit. Those are great cards
that you can hit and put out immediately with the hand, and it deals damage to ground units.
Correct. There's one of those, and there's another one back from out of set 3 that's a space unit that I think hits the base if you have a separatist unit, that kind of thing. Gabe now down to single digits, upside down 11 health here in game 2. Needs to desperately to find a way to clean up this ground arena to push him through to the end game. But we know Tim's packing mauls. We've already seen one. It has to be in there.
So I'm considering
Craving Power is going to clean up Phasma here, I'm guessing.
Phasma, now that was a huge swing.
Yep. That's a big play.
That was a big swing.
I played it on the wrong side again. I keep doing that.
Knocking Phasma off the board. Now he has cleaned up that side of the board enough that this invisible hand, if the invisible hand gets to also attack and put something else out.
He's definitely going to get to swing with invisible hand. That's going to tie the game. So that alone starts to swing things. If Tim's not sitting on a maul, what's he got in his hand? He's got an OB, but nothing really good to play it on. Need to make some adjustments to the...
I think it'll be interesting here to see what Gabe decides to do with all these tiny dudes.
I know he's got a Legion, he's got a Pride in there. It looks like he's going to play the OB anyway.
To do what? He's going to clean up a bunch of little things?
I mean, could be.
6 is, I mean, the invisible hand will die at the end of, no, he won't, because that's an upgrade. That's not OB.
Get him out of there.
So he's going to do 6.
So he's going to clean up a little bit of this ground arena, but it's not, I mean, doesn't feel impactful.
Yeah, if I'm Gabe, that is like the best play that could have happened for
me.
Now it's about pushing damage with your big stuff.
And just like that, tie game.
Tie game.
21 on all, and Gabe's going to probably get a free unit depending on what he comes up with here in his top 8 cards.
And if he gets a hit with Piett, if he does get to attack with Piett here, then he's just one swing.
He's one swing away. If Piett gets to swing in, yep. He's got at least a gonk there, so he's going to get at least something. Looks like he had an HK as well.
He
does have the Vanguard droid bombers. Which set is that in? That's set 3, isn't it? I feel like it's set 3. Yeah, these guys. Again, it's on the wrong side of the board. But so now, if I'm Gabe, I just claim.
Mm-hmm. You've done your damage. I don't think Tim can do anything at all about that invisible hand with 2 resources and nothing in space.
Yep. So Tim has to claim here.
I hope he can find something.
And Gabe's got another droid bomber. No. Oh man. That was a card that I tried for a little while back in the day in my Kylo Red decks, double red Kylo and Kylo Tarkintown. When the Separatist cards all became a thing, I remember thinking, "Oh, this is going to be such a great card." And yeah, it never really was.
So that was Tim had to claim, otherwise Gabe claims and wins the game.
Correct.
But having being able to play the second bomber,
yeah,
did a very good job of putting Tim at enough damage so that even if Tim is able to deal with the invisible hand, the rest of it just kills him.
Yep.
So Gabe gave himself a very strong backup plan here, even if Tim draws something.
Yep.
Yeah,
Looks like Tim's going to scoop. We're going to game 3. Gabe's control cards, Overwhelming Barrage, and Craving Power show up at the right time, and he picks up game 2. Oh, why is that time?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got to fix that. What is that a thing?
I'll take the initial.
Oh, because it's set as a time. Okay, I know how to fix that. Hold on. Just set that as plain text, boys. There we go. All right, let's.
If
fix
you guys
this.
are listening to Wes just narrate all the stuff he's doing, this is what it's like driving up here with Wes. When you hang out with Wes, it's like he's this guy all the time. He narrates parking the car. It's very entertaining. It's not bad or good. It's kind of entertaining.
What's funny is it's one of the things that has made streaming so easy for me. Right, streaming video games.
Yeah.
Because all I have to do is sit there and just give you my inner monologue while I do whatever game I'm doing.
Oh yeah, your inner monologue is in full display.
And sometimes my inner monologue is hilarious, and sometimes it's terrible. It kind of depends. Ooh, why do we go out of focus there? All right.
Just pulling up to the venue today, listening to your inner monologue, select which parking spot we were going to be at.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I am gonna make a couple. While we're sitting here, I'm gonna make a couple updates to the stream deck. This is making me irritated, and I want these buttons where I can use them.
I didn't even look. Are these guys both 1-1 going into this?
No. This is 1-0.
1-0.
1-0. You're on table 7, so the top half of the field is all 1-0.
I didn't look at any of that.
Okay. There we go. Now we finally got everything cleaned up. It all finally fixed itself. That makes me happy. All right. Look at resourcing decisions here. Rough glare on Tim's side to see those cards, unfortunately. Getting good views of the table means that sometimes we don't have good views of the hand. It's tough to find good positions for everything. Okay. Ye old standby, the first order trooper here. Opens the game up for Tim here in game 3. And an HK.
I got to say, the 2 4s for 2 have really made a huge difference in this game.
They really have. I like it a lot. It always felt bad that your opening unit, basically, you never really got to do anything with. That always irritated me.
Whoever played the opening unit second, just their guy died.
Yeah.
I'll do 2 to base and 1 indirect.
As I say, I think if I'm Gabe, I put the indirect on HK here, which is exactly what he does.
He didn't use Phasma. He wanted to keep.
He didn't. He wanted to hold the initiative. We're both going to resupply.
Both going to resupply. HK's not going to attack? Why is HK not going to attack?
Truth be told, if Gabe must have a plan here, or he just wants the initiative.
He won the last game, so he knows things that we don't. But
or he just wants the initiative. But I think, honestly, I'm not convinced it's a bad thing. We'll see what happens.
Well, if you kill, you're taking 3 extra damage here.
There's our Raider.
Wall. Okay.
Okay.
Now I know why.
Yep.
1 indirect damage.
And he should take a damage here from losing a unit. There he did.
Okay.
Nope. No, he took 2 from the. He took 2 from the Raider.
He takes 2 from the Raider and 1 from HK. There we go.
And then the 1 into.
And there's Phasma. There's our Phasma FN Trooper shenanigans we've been seeing a lot of.
Yeah, this one you can just send at the base because it's just.
Seems to be the play.
You don't gain anything by throwing this card away.
So now Gabe, hilariously, ahead on damage here on the 5 resource round.
Not for long.
Not for long, but just the fact that he got there at all was a little shocking to me. All right, so we're going 6 to base. 6 to the face and a little ping on HK there. A little love tap on HK. I got to say, if I'm Gabe, I think I seriously considered not deploying Piett and just claiming here.
Oh, yeah.
I think I just claim.
Unless you have a big 8-drop. If you want to play your 8-drop, that's a good point that you do next turn.
That's a good point. It's entirely possible that he's got something here. He's going to go to base with Piett.
We've got a super laser tech and a bunch of glare.
That's the turbo laser salvo. He's definitely got one of those in his hand now. Tim's resourcing an overwhelming barrage. He must have another one in his hand. But, yeah, the glare over there is tough. Nope, he changed his mind. Resource to super laser tech instead.
Yeah. So we're doing, if we use that, we're doing 4 to the ground, which is not all that much. That's not going to kill anybody.
Ooh, he does. He's got a big old devastator in his hand.
There we go.
6 to base?
1, 2, 3,
What's
4,
Tim getting
5,
here?
6.
Well, I needed to do 1 damage to a unit.
Yeah, so he ends up doing 6 to base and probably 1 to Piett, but I don't know that it matters. We'll see what he does here.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Having a conversation with the judge to make sure they get this correct in terms of
Yeah, we'll go with H.
what they're going to do here, in terms of where the extra damage from Phasma is going to go. Although it looks like Tim may have reverted that play for a moment.
So you got an overall.
Okay, he took it back.
Big Phasma.
Either one of those are a great 5-drop for Tim. I think I would go Phasma here. He's going to go OB.
On Phasma to do 7 to Piett.
We've got 7.
He
Piett is dead immediately.
wants to just clear Piett. You could do worse. That means that Gabe can't get that. Well, he couldn't have got that Devastator. Devastator cost Devastator's 8. Yeah,
Devastator's 8.
he could have brought that out this round. Instead, we're going to Planetary Bombard. Let's
Here,
go.
So have 12. Put it where you like.
Put it
but
where you
have
like,
12.
but have 12. You get to choose, but it will be painful either way, ladies and gentlemen.
You put it on the base. Do you take advantage of the +2 to give Phasma an extra one and just lose her?
I mean, it's not a bad call.
I don't know how much you need that 1 point of damage. So to clarify that thought, you temporarily gave Phasma +2. So if you were to give Phasma lethal +1, then
Yeah.
you would have a sink for basically 1
Yeah.
extra of those damage.
I think you absolutely load up this FN Trooper to the max. Make him put 4 on him. If you put 4 on each of them, you still only have 4 to absorb. Okay, so he put 7 on his units and 5 on his base, was where he landed. There we go.
The FN Trooper has 5 health normally, right?
Correct.
What do you gain by saving that extra 1 damage?
I don't know, because I mean the Raider could, if the Raider goes, then the Raider can always clear it up. But okay, so now Phasma goes 7 to base. Doesn't get the ping. No first order card has been played. So Tim halfway home here in game 3. Gabe now also there as the Raider swings in. 3 more, 4 more.
Now we get to see if Gabe is going to value going first over 2 points of damage.
I really feel like initiative here is a big deal.
This
whole-
that turbo laser salvo.
Yeah,
which would kill.
which
both
would
of those
clean
guys.
up the entire ground arena.
Yeah,
And this
and-
game is
Tim can't do anything else.
no. Okay, it looks like Gabe did claim there. They just didn't move the token. There we go.
Friendly judge hand reaching in from off camera.
Yes. The judge staff doing something that that I've had done at larger events, but not at PQs before. A live judge sitting watching the stream table the entire time. Ordinarily, we usually just, if we see something, we'll ping into the chat and say, "Hey, we saw this. You should go fix it," kind of thing. It's Gabe sitting on in his hand over here. We know he drew another Devastator. He must have resourced one of them. He's still sitting on that Turbo Laser Blast and something else I can't quite make out. Tim's got an open fire.
I don't think he needs the turbo laser. He's just going to play
I say Turbo Laser Salvo.
yeah. But I think he's just going to play Devastator and kill both those guys, right? Like there's 4 health left. Well, I guess he's not. But
I actually don't mind the Turbo Laser Salvo here because what's going to happen is when this happens, HK is going to push 2 damage to base too.
right. But what I'm saying is doesn't the red Devastator, doesn't it deal 4 damage assigned as you want?
Yeah, but you'd have to put 3. Phasma still has 3 HP left.
Oh, she had 3 left.
She has 3 left, and so you'd only get 1 of them. So big turbo laser salvo from Piett comes in and cleans up the ground arena. Phasma going away, and 2 more damage to base thanks to HK.
The art on that card is just so beautiful. I can't pay attention to the blue number. I can't remember any of the numbers or what you.
The art on turbo laser salvo is very good. That's one. That's
Phasma.
Oh, Phasma. Oh, Phasma's so
Phasma
gorgeous.
Showcase
The
is what I'm
Phasma
talking about.
Showcase, one of the best looking cards in the game. All right, Tim's got a Raider of his own now. He's going to clean up some things. He's going to kill HK and push some base damage of his own.
Yeah, but
Staying ahead here.
This playing capital ships thing is not. It's not going to go Tim's way. Gabe is going to be perfectly happy to throw out capital ship for capital ship.
Yep. So now Tim's going to claim
22.
a single point of damage separates these players in a critical game 3. It's early going, but you always want to be winning your early matches, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be dropping one of these early matches. Let's have a look at everybody's hand. Tim's still sitting on that open fire. We can clearly make that out. Oh, look at, did you see Gabe?
Devastator?
Gabe's got the 10 drop. He just drew that. Can he afford it? I'll have to count his resources here. 3, I think he can with Piett. I think he can absolutely just windmill slam that into Phasma's face.
He can.
He's got to be careful, though, because if he kills that Raider, he's taking 2 damage.
Exactly.
He's got to time that correctly.
And being at 21 means he is not 2 hits from the Raider. So
Yeah.
Like in a race here, Gabe is going to win because they both swing twice, and Gabe has 29 health, 29 damage, and Tim has 30.
Gabe only needs 2 swings of what he already has on the board.
Right. So Gabe definitely wants to get.
Tim spending 5. I was going to say I think he's got an OB here, but I think that's going to end up. He doesn't know that, but I think that's not going to help him.
That's not going to help him when he throws down the Devastator.
Nope. He's going to clear the Raider. He's going to take 2.
Wait, 1, 2, 3,
2
4,
there,
5,
and 2 more to his base.
7. I only see 8 resources, so he may only be able to play a 9-drop right now.
3. Oh, he can't play that Devastator. You're right. I couldn't quite make him out, but he can't play the Devastator. That's actually a big deal.
He can play the other Devastator.
He can play the other one. It's not enough to kill this Raider. Now it'll die at the end of the round.
Huh?
It'll die at the end of the round. He can put 4
Don't even
damage.
need to do that. Just put 4 damage into the base. The Raider can't kill you right now.
Oh, that's actually a good
the
point.
Raider can't kill you.
Go 4 to base and then just just claim.
Tim has to smash his Ruthless Raider into the Devastator here, or Gabe just claims and wins.
Yeah, so that's what he does. Gabe goes straight to base. Tim down to 2 HP remaining.
Yeah.
And now you're right. I think Tim has to slam into this Devastator.
Okay, I'll do 6 in the Devastator.
Yep. That's going to push 2 more damage.
So we've got if he's got another
Gabe's
any
base.
more direct damage out of Gabe wins the match.
You know what you really want to have in your hand at a time like this, Trey?
Would it be a daring raid?
I would have said a planetary bombardment.
Oh, that would work too.
If Gabe just claims and opens with a planetary bombardment,
It's in.
we're done. The game's over, right? We're done.
Gonk is not going to get there, but Devastator is.
We can actually see. You can actually have a better look at Tim's hand from the top-down camera. So he's got 2 open fires, the Kylo's tie, a Kylo Ren, and then something else I can't quite make out.
Oh, this is a pretty strong play here if he can find something that can deal 2 damage.
All right, so we've got an invisible hand now. This is a big deal because
All right, what do we find?
what's gonna happen with the single play, Gabe's gonna put 2 units on the board and possibly have a threat, a lethal threat in both arenas. And at that point, if he can find an HK.
No, he doesn't have the red.
Oh, there it is.
He doesn't have the red unit, though. Oh, no, it's another.
It's another
yeah,
Separatist unit.
That's game.
It's another Separatist unit, and that is the game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's game.
The Vanguard droid bomber out of the top of the deck seals the deal here for Gabe in Game 3, and Piett Red finds a way to win Game 2 and 3 and
That's
take the
twice
match.
Now. We've had 2 matches, and we've had 2
come
players
from behind. Yeah.
after being down again.
Yeah, look at that. Local boy making good, Trey. I'm not going to complain.
Nope.
I'm going to smile and say, well done. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner of that match, Gabe, a local boy from Houston, moving out to 2-0. Tim played a great match. I hate seeing Phasma lose, though. I'm not going to lie. I hate seeing Phasma lose.